I'd like to thank everyone for coming today. Today we are wanting to talk about passing the bill to restore collective bargaining in Wisconsin. This is the one-year anniversary of Governor Walker's attack on workers, and we're calling for the passage of the Collective Bargaining Restoration Act to roll back Governor Walker's attack on workers and to restore a half a century of labor peace in our state. I think there's a few points that we want to bring up. Senator Risser is going to talk, and we have several members, people who want to talk about how this law has impacted them. First, I'd like to recognize some of the unions that are here today. AFSCME, Madison Teachers Inc., the American Federation of Teachers, IBEW, Electricians, Painters and Glaziers, WEAC, Firefighters, Bricklayers, Iron Workers, and United Food and Commercial Workers. For a half a century, we have had good working conditions with our employees because of the collective bargaining law in Wisconsin. And only 1 year ago, when National Interests and Scott Walker decided to change that in Wisconsin, did we face the changes that we've now seen across our state, and how it impacts everything from our how state government operates, our public schools, and every other spectrum that we look at. When you look at the problem we've had in getting jobs back to Wisconsin, despite a small gain this month, overall last year we lost jobs with the re-estimate they put out there. Overall, a net loss of jobs in 2011. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that we were in the national spotlight as a state that has labor unrest because, again, of Scott Walker's attack, direct attack on the middle class in this state. We've also seen a record level of retirements in state and local government, losing qualified, experienced personnel because of how employees are treated in the state of Wisconsin. And it all comes back to that very first attack last year, which was the attack on the right to collectively bargain, to be able to bargain on behalf of your rights, your working conditions, and many other issues. So with that, I am going to be the MC, and next up will be Senator Fred Risser to specifically talk about the law and some of the changes that we're trying to do here in Wisconsin.
Thank you, Representative Pocan. I'm State Senator Fred Risser, and I was around in 1959 when Wisconsin became the first state in the United States, the first state in the Union to adopt a law to permit public employees to collectively bargain. Back then, Wisconsin was known as a progressive, innovative state. And under Governor Gaylord Nelson, that bill was introduced and massaged in the Joint Finance Committee, of which I was the co-chair at the time. In 1959, the legislature was split. The Assembly was controlled by Democrats. The Senate was controlled by Republicans. And yet that bill was debated and approved by both houses. It was approved in a bipartisan effort by both the Senate and the Assembly at that time. Governor Walker and the Republican-controlled legislature, as Pocan pointed out, in less than 5 weeks undid 50 years of labor, collective bargaining, peace, and collective bargaining and peace. Quite frankly, under Governor Walker, we have polarized the legislature. Governor Walker and his national right-wing extremist, he's a right-wing extremist, has tried to turn Wisconsin's model of forward to backward. He's trying to roll the state back, as he did in 50 years. Representative Pocan and I have introduced legislation to restore this collective bargaining to state employees, and I'm very honored to work with Representative Pocan in this respect. Wisconsin is going to change things this summer. And our bill is going to be one of the first bills to come up when we change things. Thank you so much.
thank you, Senator Risser, and I hope you appreciate all the work we went to bring someone here who's been written the law in 1959. Not many states have actually done that. So, Fred, thank you for all your many decades of service to the people of Wisconsin.